Good evening, good evening, good evening.
Hi.
Welcome to live stream of the 7B Gardeners.
Mhm.
Coming on live this evening to talk about a few things. Drop a comment if you have any questions or anything you'd like to know. We're talking about our fall garden. We're excited to start our fall garden. We just posted a video today about seed starting for the fall. And we wanted to kind of go over some of the things that we'll be planting this fall. So take it away.
I don't know where to start. There's so much stuff. Thank you for tuning in, first of all. So, yes, this morning we started a lot of items. I think my favorite thing that we started is the pansy. This is a new seed for us. We haven't tried this out yet, so I'm excited. It's the pansy Swiss Giant. And as you can see, they're going to be yellow, purple, cream. So, 4 to 7 days to sprout. So we'll see how these go. But yeah, this is pretty much the only flower that we actually seed started.
We got these from Baker Creek Seeds, which is at rareseeds.com. We've got some very good seeds from them in the past. One thing we talked about in our video this morning was making sure that you're understanding how to read your packets. On the back of the packets, it will have, and most of them are the same. It may come in a different form, but they'll tell you how to plant, what days that you'll have the germination or sprouting, the ideal temperature for the flower or the vegetable. So just making sure that you're following those instructions is key, and working with those is very important.
That's so true, because I remember it was some kind of flower that I ordered and I didn't read the instructions, and I was supposed to soak it for like 24 hours before I planted it. I was wondering why it wasn't germinating because I didn't follow the instructions. So yes, and so next we have broccoli. Okay. And so we started this morning as well. This is the Fairy Morse brand. We've had several different brands, but I think this is the one that we found that grows best for us. This is our second go around with this type of broccoli. It's about 14 days to germination. Days to harvest is 48. So we did add broccoli to our fall list. Okay. Cabbage. Yeah, so we'll be growing cabbage this fall. And this is an all-season cabbage, which is pretty cool. This is an 87 to harvest day, so this is going to take a little while. You can also plant these in containers. Like some of these are container friendly, so that's something else that you should look at when you're purchasing seeds, and it'll tell you if it's container friendly. So we, again, if you watch some of our previous videos, we disclosed that we primarily garden in our containers. So we look for seeds that are container friendly. Even though we do have raised beds and pallets, we do try to find the varieties that are. And so we did seed start cabbage. And so we're looking forward to that. Let's see, what else? We seed started spaghetti squash, and this is a winter squash vegetable spaghetti. Okay. And so I didn't start many of these because I think I'm the only person in the family that really eats spaghetti squash, but to me, they're really, really good. 100 days to harvest. So this is going to take some time and patience. And so spaghetti squash. We started a lot of kale. I mean, it's so many different types. The one I'm most excited about is this one because it's gonna be humongous, and I just want to grow something that's bigger than me.
I just want everyone to see this. The gentleman up
Right.
here, the leaves are almost as big as he is. So I'm not looking forward to this because I'm going to be the one that has to try to work with this and manage this. So.
He'll be the first one to want to post a video or to take a picture of it. So like, no. So yeah, we have the 1,000 head from Baker Creek that we will be growing. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. We have some traditional blue curled Scotch kale. Okay. So that's one other variety. And again, you know, you don't have to just plant one kind, particularly if you don't know what kind you like. It's a good idea to plant multiple types so that you can test them out and check the flavors because some of them are very different. This is a tranchuda kale. This is a Portuguese type of kale. This is more like a cabbage-like flavor. So again, like some of them have like distinct flavors that like this one, for example, is more of a nutty kale. It's like sweet and nutty flavor, right? So that's why you want to try multiple types for different flavors. Because some of these I wouldn't normally like think about when I'm in the store purchasing, because we haven't really purchased vegetables in a long time because we pretty much grow our own. But anyway, this is just a standard Portuguese kale as well. And this is an impressive large leaf as well. So I like leaves. This one is similar to like Swiss chard. So this is a kale that's kind of similar to Swiss chard. And so we're excited about that. So I think those are all of the kale varieties that we planted. And then of course, what is a fall garden without collards, right? How are you gonna have a fall garden and not grow collards? I mean, it's a must. So we have several. I don't know, Adam, if you wanna go through some of them while I pull them out.
So we have the Morris heading collards. Those were in the video this morning. Great collard. We're hoping to really do well with those. And we planted those this morning. Again, Baker Creek, rareseeds.com. We really have enjoyed buying from them. These are, non-GMO heirloom vegetables. And so these are ones that you can really hang your hat on. So they may be a little bit more expensive than some of the traditional ones, but they're great. So we really appreciate them.
Yes, and then we have two types of your traditional Georgia collard, which is more like a cabbage-like flavor again. So, so we have two different varieties of the Georgia collards. Okay, and then I kind of got carried away with my mustards. I think out of all of them, I think we have more varieties of the mustard than anything else. So, of course, I have the traditional tender green. This is kind of a picture of a tender green. I don't know, but it's your traditional mustard. But anyway, I didn't grow this other American seed. I don't even know where I got that from. But anyway, I do have two different types of tender greens, and so this is like your mild mustard spinach type of leaf. Okay. Yeah, and this one also tolerates heat well, so like you can kind of grow this all year, really. So we have the tender green. We have, and another reason why we like Baker Creek is because they send free seeds. So we're trying out this Japanese giant red seed. So I've never tried this before, but this is one of the other mustard varieties that we're trying out. I have a Savannah mustard hybrid that we have growing as well. This one is pretty much your traditional type of mustard green flavor. And then I have the mustard Southern Giant, which is another basic mustard. The Carolina broadleaf. And this one was actually from Youth Project at stemwordon.org. So this is like a nonprofit organization. It's called Pharmacy Seeds, FARMMACY Seeds. So you can buy seeds as a donation to the organization. Let's see what else. Okay, we have the Green Wave mustard green. You want to talk about that one a little bit while I pull the rest?
Yeah. So this is a curly, frilly, medium green leaves. This one will be a tender, slow bolting one, so it'll tolerate the heat a little bit better. Sharp, spicy flavor. Again, these are some we started. Again, another mustard green. You can't have enough greens in the fall garden. And in our area, the northern part of North Carolina, you can typically have frost, somewhere around November 1st. But these type of mustards and greens can still survive a few frosts. Only some type of hard freeze may get them, but you can go some winters through November, December, then maybe come back in February or something like that. And
right.
If you cover them and protect them, you still can get more. So these are must have in your fall garden.
Right. And honestly, the real reason why we have all these varieties is because I can remember which one I like. So I was like, I had to start over and we just got to test them all out. So I'm gonna keep them separate. So when I cook them, I'm literally gonna have like, I'm cooking mustard green wave today. Normal people will be like, I'm having mustard greens. No, I'm having green wave mustard greens. Right. Okay, and so we have Florida broadleaf mustard. Okay. And then India, Florida broadleaf. So this is another mustard. And as you can see, like I said, kind of got carried away with the mustard greens. And then I have another mustard that's a Chinese giant leaf. So this is going to be one of those other larger leaves. And so we're excited about that. So these can reach 3 feet long and 1.5 feet wide. So that's exciting. And so, but the flavor is sweet and mild. Okay. So you can do this actually, you can eat this in salads. You can stir fry, you can steam it. So some of these varieties you can, like I just said, you can eat in salads, or you can actually cook them traditionally, like on the stove, or you can saute for stir fry. So you have flexibility and options for those. I think those are all of the mustard. So like I said, a lot of different types of mustard greens. Is that all? So I believe that's pretty much it, but we still have a lot of work to do because I'm going to try my hand at starting my lettuce bed over. So I have all these seeds I'm going to test to see which are truly good transition from summer to fall lettuce bed, my lettuce bed. Because pretty much most of the summer we wasn't able to grow lettuce because most of it bolted because I ordered the shade cloth late because it was out of stock everywhere. So I tried to preserve it, but we couldn't. So
we've had record heat in our area. We've had so many days straight with 90 and above temperatures. It gets hot here, but typically not for 20 some days straight.
Right.
So when you have that, salad is just not going to work. I don't care how much cloth you have over it. So it's just one of those things that this year was not a great year to extend your crop beyond the normal planting times. But that's okay because we got the fall coming, and we're looking forward to really coming back with a vengeance in the fall. So you're always going to have some various years that are better than others for certain things, but yeah, just wanted to give
about just going back to the lettuce bed, we did have an amazing spring for our lettuce bed, and so I think we learned a lot of things about what works well and what doesn't work well. So I think going forward, we're going to be able to have a lettuce bed in the summer because we know what we need to do.
Right.
And so we're really excited about that. But I'm hopeful for the fall that we will be able to harvest a lettuce bed. And so stay tuned for that. We'll probably go live or do a video on resowing our lettuce bed.
Right. Absolutely. I did want to give an update on very special pepper. It's called the fish pepper. It's an African American heirloom that was used based upon its great attractive foliage. It's great flavor. It's got a great taste to it. I'm looking forward to growing this again. Another Baker Creek production, and it's doing well. I planted it's way too late for a pepper, but it's still doing well. It's starting to get some blooms on it now, so I'm looking forward to seeing some peppers kind of come up there, and I'll let you know exactly how they taste. So I'm really looking forward to seeing this come to fruition. So
we didn't have time to seed start our spinach and our Swiss chard. So we're going to do another set, which we currently have this growing right now, of the ruby red Swiss chard. And we might actually do some of the yellow Swiss chard, and maybe even rainbow Swiss chard.
We had
three different varieties.
Yeah, these seeds from M.I. Gardner. Is a great gardener in Michigan, and again, same type of thing. He gives you exactly what you need to do on the back of the packets. It tells you the plant depth. Make sure you're planting your seeds on the right depth. Make sure you have the right spacing. Days to germination. When you'll be in germination means when you'll see an actual plant come up. And so spacing after thinning, sometimes you have to thin your plants, making sure you don't have too many, and days to maturity. So what you want to do, you check, like, let's just say for this rainbow Swiss chard, days to maturity is 50 to 65. Well, if I know November 1st is our frost date, that's when you can most of these type of vegetables, you can cut off those times. I know I have enough time because I have approximately 91 days until the end of the season, basically. And so days to maturity, 50 to 65. I know if I get it in the ground now, I will have enough time to have a harvest or two of these of the Swiss chard. So that's what you want to do. You kind of look at your days of maturity and see if you have enough time, given your location. Everybody's going to have different first frost dates and first freeze dates. So you want to make sure you're aware of those, know where your growing zone is. That's the name of our channel, 7B Gardeners. We're in growing zone 7B, North Carolina, in our area. And so it's just a wonderful thing to know that, so you can know what your frost date is, so you can know how much time you have left to plant.
Yes, and again, get an almanac. Yes. You want to talk about the almanac? Get out.
Yes. So almanac is key. I used to think that this was just something people did, but I realized that a lot of thought has gone into looking at an almanac. So this is the almanac that we use.
That's the calendar version. And then you have your traditional book. I like the calendar because it's just easier to see like what you can do on each day. So it tells you literally what's today, August the 1st, that you can plant above ground crops, right? And we can apply your organic fertilizer on the 4th. So it tells you like when to fertilize, like Adam was saying, when to prune to encourage growth, when to prune to discourage growth. went to transplant and all that kind of fun stuff. So we use both the actual calendar version, and the actual traditional old-fashioned book. Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and so we didn't get a chance to seed start our spinach. I think we're going to direct sow. We're going to do another set of the Chinese multicolor spinach. This is really good for salads. And then just some regular Bloomsdale long-standing spinach.
We actually had American spinach. It was also from M.I. Gardner.
Well, they're sold out currently.
Sold out, but we saved our seeds, so we'll be looking to plant some of that as well.
Yeah. So that's pretty much everything we see started today.
It is, and again, you know, as we go into the fall, you know, we'll look at the temperatures. We'll see how things are going. Some falls you have, you know, it's a little warmer than others. Some are a little cooler than others. So you just kind of adjust and determine exactly what you have based upon your temperatures and your location. And so that's the most important thing, making sure that you keep your growing zone in mind, keep your date to maturity in mind, and making sure you have enough time to grow whatever you're growing.
Yep.
All right. Well,
that's it. Thanks for tuning in.
Yes, we certainly appreciate it. If you have any questions or concerns, make sure that you post that in our chat. That'll continue to go, or post it on a comment. Make sure you drop a like, liking this video, liking our channel, and subscribe to our channel, 7Me Gardeners, where we'll have many more videos informing you about what's going on in our garden and just gardening in general. And so, as always, never stop growing. Have a good evening.
Thank you.